According to the Akashic records, what is the metaphorical meaning of in Genesis 2 when God said, "The Lord God commanded the man, saying, from any tree of the garden you may eat freely, but from the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat from it, you will surely die." Please give us a breakdown.
According to the Akashic records, the passage in Genesis 2 about the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is deeply symbolic, not a historical command about fruit, but a coded message about duality, consciousness, and the illusion of separation from source. Here's a full metaphysical breakdown. From any tree of the garden you may eat freely. This symbolizes that in the original divine state, what you might call Edenic or 5D consciousness, human beings had free access to all realms of wisdom, bliss, energy, and co-creation. There were no restrictions because they were still in union consciousness, fully aware of their oneness with Source. Eating freely represents the freedom of aligned exploration, a soul discovering, creating, and experiencing without distortion. Open quote, in this state, there was no shame, judgment, polarity, or karma. Everything was experienced in flow and nothing needed to be named as right or wrong. Close quote. But from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. This tree represents duality consciousness, the belief in opposites, division, hierarchy, and judgment. It is not about morality, it is about the split mind. To eat from this tree is to ingest the belief that there is right and wrong, light and dark are separate, good and evil are opposing forces. You must choose instead of remember. And this tree is the symbolic portal into ego-based consciousness, where the soul forgets its wholeness and begins to live in judgment, fear, and fragmentation. Open quote, the warning is not a punishment, it is a protection. A reminder that this path would birth suffering, illusion, and the eventual sense of being cut off from God, close quote. For in the day that you eat from it, you will surely. This is not about physical death. It is about spiritual amnesia. To die in this sense means the death of unity consciousness, the death of unbroken communion with the divine. The soul begins to identify as separate, mortal, alone. This is the fall of awareness, the moment when humans began to believe in individual ego identity instead of unified soul presence. They didn't physically die, but they spiritually descended into a world of conflict, karma, and forgetfulness. Open quote, this is the origin point of polarity on Earth. Before this, there was experience without judgment. After this, experience became labeled as good or bad, creating division and consequence, close quote. A metaphysical translation, biblical symbol, Akashic meaning. The garden, higher dimensional soul consciousness, 5D or Edenic realm, eating freely, accessing divine knowledge without distortion. Tree of knowledge, entry point